The market's in correction mode, and most traders are hiding under their desks. But Gainster's drive scores just flagged one stock that doubled in 8 weeks and is quietly reloading. Let's break it down.
This is your drive score update for July 27, 2026 US Eastern Time. Market overview.
Let's talk about what the stock market today is telling us. We're in a confirmed market correction, and the drive distribution makes that crystal clear. Out of 6 stocks on our watch list, only 1 scored green above 80. The other 5 sit in yellow territory. That's a flashing amber light. This is not the time to be loading up aggressively. We've logged 8 distribution days, which means institutions are distributing shares, not accumulating. Stay selective, stay patient, and let the setups come to you.
If you want these drive score breakdowns every single trading day, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Market moving news. Nucor just dropped its second quarter 2026 results. The steelmaker is showing resilience even in this choppy tape. Earnings came in solid enough to keep the bulls interested, and it reinforces why NUE is sitting on our watch list with a drive score of 70. We'll dig into the chart setup in a moment.
On the flip side, Johnson & Johnson's MedTech division is hitting some turbulence. QTO sales growth slowed, and analysts are now questioning whether the second half can deliver a rebound. J&J stock barely moved on the news up, just 1.3%, but this slower growth trajectory is something to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, Wall Street's most accurate analysts are fine-tuning their forecasts ahead of Nucor's QTO print. The consensus is leaning positive with several upgrades to estimates. When the smart money sharpens its pencils on a steel stock during a correction, that's a signal worth noting.
Stock spotlights. First up, Nucor, ticker NUE. The steel giant drive score 70, relative strength 86. NUE is carving out a classic double bottom pattern. The first low hit $219.49 after a high of $235.45. The second bottom came in even lower at $214.61, creating that W shape. The neckline to watch $270.90. That's your trigger until it clears that level. Patience is the play.
Next, American Healthcare, or EIT, ticker AHR. Drive score 70, relative strength 81. This one has built a textbook cup with handle the cup carved from 54.67, dipped down to a low of 44.81, then climbed all the way back to 58.02. The handle is sitting right at 57.18. A breakout above 58.02 would complete the pattern. Healthcare REITs showing strength in a correction. That's defensive money rotating in. Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J, drive score 60, relative strength 82. Despite the mixed medtech news, the chart tells an interesting story. J&J carved a cup from 251.71, dropped to a trough at 220.37, then recovered to 269.43. The handle pulled back to 245.49, breakout level is 269.43, and today's close at 265.95 puts it knocking on that door. Big Pharma playing defense in style. Eli Lilly, ticker LLY, drive score 60, relative strength 77. The heavyweight pharma name is working through a massive cup with handle. This cup stretches from $11.99 down to a deep trough at $8.50 and 51 cents, then back up to $11.82.73. That's a $300 range. The handle carved at $10.79.22. A push above $11.82.73 triggers the breakout in a correction. A name like LLY building this kind of base is worth watching closely. Rounding out the spotlights, Cardinal Health, ticker CAH, drive score 60, RS76. Another cup with handle in the medical distribution space. The cup formed from 230.81, dipped to 180.45 cents, then rallied back to 243.21. Handle sits at 220.37 cents. The breakout trigger is 243.21. CAH is a steady operator in a sector that keeps showing up on our screens. If these drive score breakdowns are helping you navigate this correction, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm share this with more traders. Today's top pick. Our number 1 pick today is TWST Bioscience, ticker TWST in the medical diagnostics and research space. Drive score 90 out of 100, the only green score on today's entire watch list, relative strength 94. This stock is like a sprinter catching its breath mid-race. TWST rocketed 103% in just 8 weeks, surging from 49.17 all the way to 99.84. Now it's pulling back in a 13% power play flag, currently sitting at 86.54.
That's not weakness. That's a coiled spring digesting a monster, run in a market correction where almost nothing scores green. A 90 drive score demands your attention. The risk a 7.4% drop today shows this name can move fast in both directions.
I want to hear from you in a market correction like this. Are you sitting in cash waiting for a follow-through day, or are you nibbling at setups like TWST? Drop your strategy in the comments. Honorable mentions.
Here's a quick scan of the rest of our watch list. Healthcare is clearly the dominant theme today. 4 out of 6 names on the list come from the medical sector. Keep an eye on NUE from the steel space as an outlier. If the market finds its footing, these are the names with bases already built and ready to move. Best stocks to buy now in July 2026. Start with stocks that build bases during corrections.
Here's what I want you to think about tonight. Corrections don't destroy opportunities. They build them. Every cup, every handle, every double bottom you saw today was forged in the selling pressure of the last few weeks. The traders who study these setups during the storm are the ones who profit when the sun comes out. Tomorrow, watch for any shift in distribution day count and whether TWST can hold above that flag support. This has been your Gainster Drive Score update. I'll see you next session with fresh scores and new setups. Trade smart, stay patient.